If you're over 40 and you are tired of being tired, you don't have to just put up with that and accept that to be your fate. A lot of the time we just accept a lot of things as just getting older, and there's nothing you can do about that, but that is not absolutely true. So there are a ton of energy leaks that go on in your life that have just accumulated as you've gotten older, and unless you plug those energy leaks up, they're just going to stay there, or they're going to get worse. And if they get worse, then energy obviously decreases even more, and then you're in a world of trouble. Because once your energy goes, that's when your immune system starts to decrease, not work as well, and you're more susceptible to diseases and illnesses and whatever else may come your way. So plugging the leaks is really where you've got to start. Trying to find where are the energy leaks in your life. What is it that is taking it away from you? Is it the food that you're eating? You can't run a Ferrari on crap fuel. It's never going to work well. So if you keep putting the cheap stuff into your body, low quality fuel is never going to leave you feeling very good. Your energy is going to stay low until you do something about it. Now, your gut health might be absolutely destroyed at the moment as well. If it's in that space, then it's not easy for you to be able to digest food properly. You may have fungus, parasites, bacteria, viruses living in there in an overgrowth situation where they are basically running the show. And I know that might sound weird to say that you've got bugs in your gut that are running the show, but when they are in an overgrowth situation, they can cause you to crave foods that you wouldn't normally crave. They can start to send signals up to the brain that you are hungry and that you should go and get sugar immediately. And I've experienced this firsthand. Thought I had a good amount of discipline and still find myself eating certain foods that the bugs want. So for me, it was generally chocolate or ice cream that I was reaching for on a regular basis. And it wasn't because they were my favorite foods. For some reason, that's what the bugs wanted. And that's what I would then end up going and getting. Now, I managed to get past this about 10 years ago, thankfully. But there are still times that it can come up. It's just the signal is nowhere near as strong anymore. So if you have bugs in your gut, you too can get rid of them, and then that helps to get rid of the cravings that you might have going on. You can also have leaky gut. Leaky gut is if you've been eating certain foods or been exposed to too many toxins or what have you, the digestive system is no longer working as it should. It is not processing foods as well as it would like, because basically, in simple terms, it's got holes in the sides, and the food that is getting digested through leaks different particles out into the bloodstream, and that's basically like toxins running through your system. It's not supposed to be there, so it slows your system down. So if you can get the leaky gut sorted out, then energy goes up dramatically. This is something that I have experienced and something that I've been working on at the moment, actually, because from time to time when you are trying to kill off the nasty bugs, you may end up with some leaky gut stuff going on. And only in the last week or so, after noticing it being present for about a month, maybe 6 weeks, has it started to get better, and I can already feel the energy changing through there. So that's something that you can look at as well. Now, exposure to blue light, that can be a real energy leak as well. We tend to use our screens a lot these days because it's just a necessary part of life. So if you have to be on a computer all day for work, there's not much you can do about that. That's just part of your life. But you can put like a yellow filter over the top of the screen, just using one of the apps, and that'll allow you to be able to cut some of that blue light out. You can use blue light blocking glasses They're the ones with the yellow lenses, or some of them have got a clear lens that you can use during the daytime. The yellow lenses are more a nighttime thing than anything else. So they work really well, especially if you are susceptible to blue light. Now, you might not notice a difference in your daily focus or your daily energy, but the big place you notice a difference is when you try to sleep at nighttime, because too much exposure to blue light will impact your sleep. So you want to try and limit how much blue light you're getting. Screens are one thing, fluorescent lights are another thing. If you can swap out fluorescent lights in your house for more natural lighting that runs with the traditional globes or something different, do some research and have a look and see if there's something that's going to work better for you to try and minimize that blue light, because it absolutely impacts you, especially when your body is under stress. And then you've got unresolved stress. That's also a big energy leak. Any of the stress that we carry around in our lives could be from the death of a loved one, could be from a relationship breakdown, it could be too much stress from work, it could be physical stress from endurance training or training too hard, pushing yourself too hard. It could be stress from putting too much pressure on yourself to actually do a particular thing or live up to a certain standard that may be reasonable or unreasonable. So all of these things can impact your energy in a major way. Now, you've also got metabolic flexibility. Is your body able to run on carbohydrates as well as being able to run on fat? So what I mean by that is, it's really easy to get by eating carbohydrates all the time. It gives you plenty of energy. It's really easy to convert into fuel, but you don't need to have carbohydrates all the time. You don't need to be feeding your body all of that. You can actually live off high protein and high fat, or moderate protein and high fat, which will allow you to have this more sustained energy through the day. And when you're not having carbohydrates all the time, your body can then go into burning fat for fuel, either the fat that you feed it or the fat that is left on your body that might be in excess. It's just an easy way to be able to access your fat burning capabilities a little bit easier. So one thing you can do is carb cycling, where you're having higher carbs on certain days, preferably around where your training is. So for example, you might have just meat and vegetables, which includes some fat in there for most of your meals, and after you do a strength workout, you might have some rice or some sweet potato with that. It doesn't have to be a huge serving of it, but just something to be able to replenish the glycogen stores in the muscles and bring things back. It enhances your recovery ability. Even having some carbs before the workout can enhance your performance at how hard you can train, so that helps as well. And you've also got the ability to know that you can live off certain foods and not have other foods. So we can get reliant on just eating whatever we eat for the sake of, convenience, or that's what's available. But sometimes you need your body to be able to go, all right, well, it's only going to get this much food for now, and you've got to learn to be able to deal with it. And for some people that's easy, and other people it's not. So living without something, it can help with your brain, your focus, your mindset, your ability to tolerate doing something difficult, tolerating stress. So emphasis definitely on high protein and higher fat, and being able to be more disciplined with your diet so you are getting sustained energy. because that really does make a huge difference throughout the day. If you're not chasing food all the time, it's only going to help you to be able to focus and get more done. Now, a lot of people don't eat anywhere near enough protein. One of the things that I tell most people is, like, a serve of protein for a guy is size and thickness of your palm times 2. So 2 of them per meal. If you did that twice a day, you'd go pretty close to hitting your protein target. So if you're looking at numbers, it's basically 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. If you do that, that is the best way to be able to preserve muscle mass, gain muscle mass if need be, although you need to get your calories in a surplus and be training hard enough at the same time to be able to make that work. But the biggest advantage is the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So even if you're not doing anything, you're still burning fat. So you want to be able to keep as much protein on there, as much muscle mass on there as possible, and protein is really the key to being able to do that. You can, by eating more protein, just not be so hungry, which means you're not craving food, you're not craving snacks. And again, that means more focus on what you're actually doing. And if you're not craving these other things, you're less likely to eat them. So that can lead to body composition changes as well, as in you getting leaner and maybe even getting those abs that you've always wanted to but never been able to. Now, it takes some discipline to be able to do this and some planning to be able to do this as well, but if you do it, it's absolutely worth it, because it takes the think work out of it, takes the stress away from having to think about another thing that you have to do. So for me, I actually have all my meals planned out. Not that I know that exactly what I'm going to eat, but what I'll do is I'll cook up 5 kilos of beef mince, or I might do lamb mince or something like that. I'll just cook them in the slow cooker, put them into individual serves so I know exactly how much I'm going to have. It's all sitting there ready to go. When it comes to meal time, it's just a matter of adding vegetables and carbohydrates if need be, or adding some extra fat if that's the way I'm going to be eating. Just heat it up and it's ready to go. So that way I know I'm getting enough protein each day, and when I do have enough protein, I don't have the cravings and I got plenty of energy. When I don't have the protein, well, energy's never quite as good. Now, what's your body clock working like? Are you actually working with your body and your body clock so that you are getting quality sleep, quality rest, and recovering? It's really easy to mess up your circadian rhythm with living in a lighted society, as in we can run lights any time of the day or night, and then that is stimulating to our body, but it takes us out of rhythm with the sun. So can you get up in the morning and get some sunlight? Can you get some vitamin D on your skin so you are charging up that battery that runs inside you all the time? Are you able to get up early, go to bed reasonably early? Or are you pushing things and trying to stay stimulated so you can stay up as late as possible? And maybe you're somebody that sleeps in all the time. I don't know if that's working for you or not working for you, but if your circadian rhythm is not working well, then that can impact you. Your body temperature and the temperature around you can impact you as well in the same sort of way. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons that I'm out filming videos first thing in the morning, is I know that if I come and do this now, I can get out and I can get some sunlight. I will walk down here without my glasses on, so I'm getting some sunlight in my eyes as well, because that makes a big difference for body being able to regulate its circadian rhythm. And I get a little bit of movement early in the day as well. Plus, I mean, look how beautiful this is. This is just absolutely magic. It's quiet down here. So, great way to start the day, takes a lot of the stress away and just sets you up for a quality day ahead. So if you can manage to do all of these things, you go away from just surviving the day to actually winning the day. You can start to recharge your batteries, get a whole lot more energy, get your internal fuel tank working better. See, there's a lot to be said about doing all of these physical things, but just getting back to nature and just being able to ground yourself in this natural environment helps to recharge your energetic system as well. Whether you're even aware or interested in your energetic system, you know, the chakra system, your aura, the energetic field that runs around you, all of that is impacted by what you surround yourself with. Surrounding yourself by nature, going to make a big difference for you, going to help to recharge that as well. So rather than just surviving the day and keeping to the status quo, wouldn't it be nice to be able to dominate the day and do what you wanted to do, live more like the life that you want to do? What's it going to take to get you there? Well, it might be a little bit of fixing up some things within your diet and your lifestyle in order to be able to make some changes. And the changes might be kind of big and intimidating to start with, but if you do them, the rewards are immense and it's totally worth it. And I hope you do it. Plenty of resources in the school community, you'll see that below. If you want to help yourself on this journey and enhance your body and build your energy up, drop your stress down, then happy to help. I got plenty of free stuff to be able to get you there. Talk again soon.